Hello, this is Leslie Lee, and welcome to Simply Tarot, where I give intuitive advice to empower your life. This is a pick your card reading where we'll get predictions for your November 2018. We'll see what insights, what information, what could be coming up for you during this period of time. As always, these are cards 1, cards 2, and cards 3. Please pick the card or the gemstone that you are most connected to or that your intuition is telling you to connect with. Those messages are meant for you. As always, the timestamps are in the description area below for your convenience, and we'll start with cards 1. If you pick cards 1, let's see what your November 2018 will look like. Okay, you have flexible and Six of Swords and Page of Swords. So your November is definitely one that will require you to travel figuratively, metaphorically, symbolically, either from a dark space in your life or a tough time or struggle into something clearer and brighter and lighter for you. This could also be a physical travel, a literal travel, where you're planning to take a trip for possibly an intellectual pursuit or something where learning is involved. With the Page of Swords here, that also signifies learning something new, communication, writing, publishing, something to do with either your logical sense or your intuition. This could also be a person who's an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, who may be influential or significant to you at this time. This person can be you, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and it's all about a transition of sorts. And flexibility is allowing you to kind of balance between this transition that you're going through at this time. Like I said, it could be a tough time, a dark time, a obstacle, a struggle, something that you're going through mentally or emotionally that you're transitioning so you could get to clearer waters, you could get to understanding, you could get some information or whatever you may be seeking at this time. Like I said, the Page of Swords is about learning something. It could be about communication. It could be a communication issue here, something you have to get off your chest in order to heal or move on from it, or something someone else needs to get off their chest. There is a balance here of sorts. There's a balance that's needed between your attention given to the past and the present and the future. You have something new on the horizon, something fresh and new and possibly enlightening for you that you're willing to reach or trying to reach or may learn that you need to reach. And the Six of Swords is all about making sure you get to that destination. But you will have to travel over those stormy seas to get there. So this is definitely a healing moment for you. It's definitely a moment of learning something, of growing, of advancing, of transforming in one way or another, and balancing the change that's happening around you, balancing that sense of polarities that may be happening at this time as well. I'm going to pull an extra card just for a little bit more clarity and guidance for you. We have Four of Cups. So this is about resentment. It's about being shown something or offered something that you kind of don't want to accept. So yeah, for a lot of you, this can be an emotional thing that you're trying to heal from, an emotional circumstance or situation that you're trying to get away from, that you're trying to transform or change for the better, or move away from that into the better. And this very well can do with love, and I get a strong sense of communication. I get a strong sense to do with the mind and the way you're thinking and the things you believe and the things you're holding on to. So there is an emotional and mental balance here that will need to be stabilized. You will have to stabilize that in order to get to your destination and to feel like it was a success, to feel like you learned something from it, that you grew from it, that this change was the best for you. So there is a balance here that will need to happen. You will need flexibility, stability, and definitely a balance between your emotions and your mentality and the actions you take to get to your goal. Okay, let's move on. Moving on to cards 2. If you pick cards 2, let's see what's in store for you for November 2018. You have peace and Six of Cups and Seven of Swords. Now, this could be a situation that you were dealing with in the past. Something from the past has come up, something from the past involving someone who wasn't quite honest with you or forthcoming with you or not their authentic self. There is a feeling of like deceit or lies or betrayal, and this will come up for you again. It's almost like a cycle that you will have to relive in order to find the peace within it. Peace is definitely going to be something on your mind, something you're striving for. It's definitely going to be a goal for this month, and I believe you'll actually receive it, especially if you kind of confront what it is that you were kind of moving away from or trying to escape from your past. It could be something that happened in your childhood that keeps resurfacing. It could be a past love who keeps coming back or keeps interfering with your life now. It could be a feeling about a regret or situation or opportunity that was past or lost or somehow not able to relive something to make it right, or to relive something and start it again, or to do it the right way or the way you want it to initially. It's about finding peace with your decisions, finding peace with the people you let out of your life, finding peace with the people and the things and the situations that betrayed you, that hurt you, that deceived you or made you feel as if you can no longer trust. It's about finding that peace, and peace comes with balance, balancing and harmony and justice as well. So just know that things will work out for you as long as you keep your mind focused on moving past this cycle and not letting this cycle continue on, not letting it repeat itself over and over again. It's time to break that cycle if you want to find peace during November 2018. Now I'm going to get another card just to get a little bit more insight and information. Okay, we have the Fool. Now, the Fool, I'm going to take this as a little more literal. I do feel like in some situations, you or maybe even this other person may feel like they've been fooled, or that they were a fool in this situation or in this circumstance because they opened their heart up to a person who deceived them, or someone who weren't as truthful or as authentic or genuine. And this card is asking you to do something risky, to take a leap of faith, to do something that you possibly haven't done before. And that can very well be breaking this cycle, because that cycle is all about continuing on the same things over and over. And when that happens, it's so you could see what you need to see that you haven't seen the first few times it cycled around. And I'm getting that cycle feeling again because this is the 0 in traditional tarot. If you could see, that is the card all about cycles. It's all about beginning a cycle, starting anew, starting fresh, starting on new territory, starting a new adventure. And that's what's being advised to you at this time. It's time to break that cycle and move on to something new, fresh, better. Start a new cycle. Start something more positive. Anything to get you that peace you seek. And that peace could also mean forgiving the person or that situation that made you feel defeated, that made you feel duped, that made you feel like a fool, possibly. It's about finding a way to move past it. And for some of you, that can be actually extending that olive branch of peace. Okay, let's move on. Moving on to cards 3. If you pick cards 3, let's see what you might encounter in November 2018. Now you have Observer and King of Cups and Ace of Rods. Now, during this time, you may be actually on the lookout for something new, possibly a new relationship, possibly something new in your romance, in your romantic sector, possibly something new with someone you love and someone who loves you. Now, being on the lookout, I get that with the Observer card. You're taking a step back. You're looking at things from a different perspective. You're getting the grand vision or the bigger view of what you want, what you need, what your goals are, what you want to pursue, what inspires you, what motivates you, where you want to go in this life. Or in regards to relationship. Do you want to continue on? Do you want to go that step up? Do you want to level up with this person? What do you need from this relationship? That's what I'm feeling mostly here, especially with the Ace of Rods. The Ace of Rods is about a new opportunity, about growth, about being inspired or motivated, or some creative or artistic pursuit. And this can very well be the case, or it can be the start of something new, flourishing or blooming of a relationship, which I get with the King of Cups. Relationships, romantic or otherwise, it's about starting something fresh, new, and watching it grow and becoming inspired, becoming motivated to kind of go to that next step. Now, the King of Cups could also represent a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This person can be significant to you at this time, or this can represent you, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And this is all about offering, an offer of love, an offer of something where you feel contentment, especially emotional contentment. Something, even if it's your creative pursuit or your career, it's where you feel content, where things feel good emotionally, where you're at a place where you feel like success has either been met or is in your reach. And Observer here is telling you that, yes, sometimes you'll have to take a step back to see things from a different perspective or a different point of view to make sure of this start, to make sure that this is where you want to go, to make sure that you are indeed satisfied, because what you do now, where you start now, this will be a very significant part of your life from this point on. And so you want to make sure that whatever it is you are doing, whatever it is you're involved in, whatever it is you're producing or creating, that you're feeling like you're on the right track where you can help this bloom and grow. I'm going to get an extra card just to get a little bit more insight and information. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords can represent an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. This person could be significant or be you, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And this card is all about communication. It's all about swift action. It's all about the pursuit of going after what it is you want. And with the Ace of Rods here, it could very well be a creative pursuit or something new, something fresh, maybe even in your career, or with the Knight of Cups here with the love life. A loving partner, someone who may be coming in with some news for you that you've been waiting to hear, or someone who you have some news for that you've been waiting to share. Like I said before, the Knight of Swords is all about fast action. So this can be a good time for you to make that move, to pursue that career or that relationship or that creative endeavor, to initiate something, to start it, to plant that seed so it could grow and bloom. This could be the time for you, and you might be moving fast. Things might be moving fast around you. Information might be coming to you quicker, and you may even decide to make a decision faster than usual, or even be forced to make a decision on what direction you want to go. Now, one last thing with the Observer card, remember, it's all about making sure you're aware of what you are stepping into, making sure you're aware of who this person is, what this company represents, what this creative pursuit could mean for you. You know, you have to look at the details, look at the fine print, look at the schedule, look at the list, make sure you know how many hours you have to put into this job, or how much time you have to spend on this creative endeavor, or how much it will take to make this relationship work, that sort of thing. It's all about making sure you see and you know exactly all the information necessary. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching, for liking, for all your support, and definitely for subscribing. I'll have more videos like this for you soon, and I will see you soon.